You know, I always find it really annoying when people don't finish their... or when you never really get what people are trying to... It's almost like no matter how many words I put in a sentence, if I drop the very last part, it'll always feel like it's missing... No! Now that I've lost probably half my audience and you're the only one left watching this, I'll tell you the ultimate secret to speaking fluent Mandarin. It's actually quite simple. All you have to do is... Welcome to Simple Chinese, where the special effects are even more simple than what you'll learn. No matter how good your vocabulary is, or how great your ideas are, if you can't finish your sentences properly, then you might as well be that cyclist who celebrates his victory a little too early and then finishes last. When speaking Chinese, you need to deliver every sentence with precision and end them like one crazy slam dunk. And you only get that sweet, game-ending shot by using the proper sentence final particles. Okay, what are sentence final particles? They are usually single characters added to the end of a phrase or statement to reinforce or clarify the meaning of the sentence. Let's talk about the most common ones. Ma, ba, ne.
Round 1.
Ma is probably the easiest to learn, but also the most important to being understood when we ask a question. Ma will essentially turn any sentence into a question that can be answered either with yes or no, or 是的 or 不是. For example, turning 你喜欢喝可乐 you like to drink cola into 你喜欢喝可乐吗 do you like to drink cola? Or 你是我的朋友 you are my friend into 你是我的朋友吗 Are you my friend? Now, remember that sentences containing 谁 什么 哪里 or other question words do not need ma, unless these words are part of the question but not the question itself. Let me explain. Consider this question here. 他是谁? Who is he? The question is who, therefore we don't need ma, since who already makes this sentence a question. Now look at this one here. 你知道他是谁吗? Do you know who he is? Here the question is not who, but rather do you know? If we were to remove the ma and say 你知道他是谁, we would end up with a simple sentence meaning you know who he is.
Round 2.
Ba is different and unfortunately seems to be misunderstood by many. Let's look at 3 common ways to use ba.
Number 1.
To concede a point, just like how you would say, alright, or sure. For example, 好吧 okay, sure. 行吧 alright, sure. Let's imagine this dialogue here. 我们晚上吃烤鱼怎么样？我不想吃烤鱼，我想吃寿司。好吧，那我们吃寿司吧。
Number 2.
Another way to use ba is when making suggestions. This ba will essentially turn a command and turn it into something closer to a friendly or polite suggestion. For example, 喝水吧 have some water. If we were to remove the ba, the meaning wouldn't be that much different, but it would feel much more like an order than a suggestion, something closer to drink water. There are more than one way to propose to your lover, but one slightly informal way to do so is to say 我们结婚吧 Let's get married. Here, removing the ba would leave us with 我们结婚 which just sounds like plainly saying, we get married.
We get married. Number 3.
One more way to use ba is at the end of a statement for which you want confirmation. Whereas ma was used to ask a question for which you don't know the answer, ba implies that you already assume the statement to be true. You can think of it as adding right at the end of a statement, meaning you want to make sure it's true. Let's take a look at these two questions. 这是你的杯子吗? Is this your cup? And 这是你的杯子吧? This is your cup, right? Or 你喜欢锻炼身体吗? Do you like to exercise? And 你喜欢锻炼身体吧? You like to exercise, right? Now, let's try to combine all three ways of using 吧 in one short dialogue. 对不起，我晚上有事儿，我们改天去吃饭吧。好吧，到时候再说吧。
Final round.
Ne is usually used for questions where subjects have already been mentioned. It's similar to what about or how about. For example, 你呢? What about you? Or 那他们呢? So what about them? Let's look at a simple dialogue. 你好，我叫方圆。你呢？我叫王丹。Another common way to use ne is to ask where something or someone is. Simply say the person or thing and add ne to turn a simple word into a question asking where that thing or person is. For example, 我的手机 is my cell phone. 我的手机呢 is where is my cell phone? Another one, 你爸妈 means your parents, literally your mom and dad. 你爸妈呢 means where are your parents? Okay, let's finish with one last dialogue that includes all three sentence final particles. 明天要一起去吃饭吗？不好意思，明天没时间，改天吧。好吧，我周末有时间。你呢？我也是。那我们周末见吧。Well, hopefully this has helped you understand the differences between the three sentence final particles we talked about today. Ma, ba, ne. Make sure you practice them, otherwise they will take you down. See you next time.